Man, Pro Dumpster back at it again. So, we've done a lot of videos about gold recently, and you guys seem to like it. But again, I want to get back to dumpster diving and show you guys where you also get gold from and some of the things you actually find. So, you guys know of a company called Starlink? I know you guys heard about it. It's Elon Musk, his company there. Now, this appears to be a FireMax dual SIM path universal communicator, which is nice and it looked pretty cool. AT&T, Verizon, all of that. Replace any radio. Like, this is actually pretty cool. And so I was in the dumpster and I actually pulled out many of these boxes. Now, they don't have the Starlink in them. However, they do have other things in them. Like, the people who were actually installing these left a lot of cables there. And I was like, ooh, what do you got in it? And it seems as though they have a lot of Ethernet cables in here, as well as some diode packs and resistor packs too, which is interesting. And I looked at it here, if you can see, you got some nice resistors in there, so I don't have to spend money on some of this stuff, which is very, very nice. Like, I have boxes and boxes of these, if you can actually see. And in each and every single one of these boxes, you've got Ethernet cables in here. You've got, let me move this up. Yeah, you got clips in there. You've got other things in there, which are absolutely pretty good to actually set up some of our own stuff, which is nice. And that's in all the boxes. Like, dude, this one here is heavy as hell. And like, this one has other stuff in it right now. So each of these boxes, and I love it because all of them, well, many, all of them contain Ethernet cable with them, which is absolutely pretty good. So I do intend on keeping that. And for those of you who know Ethernet cable right now, the scrap price is very, very nice right now. So we're keeping that. And we're keeping a lot of these ones in here as well. So to find some Starlink stuff for the weekend, a couple boxes of them still loaded with tech for me is definitely good. And we got this here. Now, these are different types of wires for those of you who basically know it. You have the red wire there, and if you can look there, you've got the red and black. So this is basically good. However, it's good to keep this on more of a ream or keep it on a circle, because when you bend it like that, you can kind of bend and break the copper in it. So you have to be very careful. Now, again, this is still tough, and this is a couple feet, maybe I'd say about 15 feet for each one of these here, and it's still nice. To find some other ones like this is absolutely pretty good. Now, these ones have the wires coming out of them, so I can already see the positive and negative, and absolutely keep these here. Now, if you went to a scrapyard and gave this, you'll probably get a couple bucks or something like that there. But you'd be better off actually just selling some of this stuff here for companies to use, because guess what? When they hook this stuff up, they use the wire and they said, hey, we're done. And they just threw this out. Now, if you're a company that set this up and you find out they were throwing this out, you'd be pretty upset, because technically you paid for the roll, right? Even though it's different wire, if these are like 3 different types of wire, you still paid for the roll. If it was older stuff that they did and they popped out, that's fine, right? Like stuff like this, your company could reuse. Now, we've got other ones here, and this wire here is actually a bit different, okay? Even though this wire would actually be the same type of copper, it's what you would actually use, which would hold a higher current, which is very, very good, by the way. I do like wires like this to keep that. And also, you got this whole one here, which is real nice, which they actually wrapped up nicely, so we can actually see you got copper and then a silver one at the end of it right there, which is very, very good. I'm keeping this, and I'm also keeping this one here. These would be very good for LEDs or wire straps right now. Like, this is still nice, by the way. To have all of this wire is very, very good. Oh, what's this? Damper foe put to normally closed cabinets. Okay, so this might have been used for lighting wire or cabinet wire there. Okay, and then out of all of the wire, which is just, if I just got this, yeah, I'd be happy. Now, we actually got this. Now, what this is, let me move this. We've got a Fenwall suppression system. This is a nice panel, by the way. Now, I'm going through this. This is a fire protection control unit. The reason why all of these are very good is because they're expensive, okay? To install a fire suppression system for a building would probably cost you around maybe $10,000 or so, it will cost you a lot of money. Okay, perfect example, it's the hookup, but you see this here, this is a nice little small transformer there that I can basically use to change voltage. And the good part is I have the numbers on it, so I can match it up online and see how much it actually is worth. Now here you have a very yeah, this is definitely wrapped up there. It's got a bit of drywall on it, that's why my hands are like that. But we got a nice some component pieces in here, which is pretty good. You got some pieces in there that they had basically had. I can still keep these, by the way. And then you have the actual system. Now I could actually hook this up in my house and rewire it for a doorbell. Yeah, I know that'd be like pretty exclusive and unnecessary, but it would be good. Look at the switches on this. Alarm test, alarm silence, alarm reset, silence set. Like all of these switches, this is still beautiful. I could take this panel off right now, but I don't want to do that. You have the ringer right here. Like, this is very good. This has a lot of good components in it, but I don't want to do that. You got a button right here. Like, all of this is very very oh, relays. This is nice, man. This is nice. This whole cabinet right here is pretty good, so I intend to keep this. All right, and then we got this right here, this nice little Honeywell model notifier here, smoke detector. All right, it's another beautiful day. I'm loving dumpster diving. Pro Dumpster Diver